Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have here an update, a 24-hour update coming from the new Voice of Ukraine with maps and the latest information from the Ukraine front, or actually from Ukraine, where NATO fights Russia. I will have two articles, two maps, and some pictures, I guess. Let's start with the main article coming from the new Voice of Ukraine. It is from Sunday, December 17th, 2023. Ukraine military fends off intense multi-front assault. Reports 89 clashes on 6 Russian attack axes. The Russians attack on 6 axes. Russian troops continue to attack in Kupiansk, Liman, Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Marinka, and Zaporozhye sectors of the front. So I'm going to show you where all these things are. Kupiansk, Liman, Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Marinka, Zaporozhye. Here it is, the map, and this guy did not update squat here. So nevertheless, we find it. Kupiansk is right here, in this eastern part of Ukraine, or the north of the front. And then we go down here to, it's going to be from this side, like from the north, going south, going west. So I'm going to start with Kupiansk, is this little town of Bethlehem right here. So that's one front. The other one, we're going to go south a little bit, and it's going to be Liman right here. This is Krasny Liman. Again, see these little things here where the Russians are trying to push forward. 1, 2, 3. This one point, this could be all, surrounded. And then we go to Avdiivka. I don't think they mentioned Bakhmut, did they? Bakhmut right there. So Bakhmut is south of Liman. So Liman is, as I said, right here. And then from here you go, so this is Liman. You go down to Bakhmut, which Artemovsk by the Russians. This is right here. And then from here you go to Avdiivka, which I think is already surrounded. But these guys seem to not have updated their little thing here, because you see a little portion here between this road and railroad. This is already in Russians' hand and more advanced from the south here. I will show you a different map on Avdiivka. Here it is. I'm gonna go over there to the little Avdiivka. Where are you? Right here. So this, you see what I was talking about, this little portion here that is not covered in the other one, which is this, not covered here. But this guy's updated, and here north a little bit more. So this is becoming like almost surrounded. Okay, let's go back to the other map here. The next one after Avdiivka is Marinka, which is down here. The Russians push forward. Let's see the other map where they show us in Marinka. Right here, this is Marinka, and no changes. Oh yeah, it changes. It seems like everything that is from Marinka is only this little part here. And no, it's not changed, just here. That's all what's left of Marinka. And Marinka is this right here. And then we'll go back to this map here. So from Marinka, they say, I think, Zaporozhye Oblast, which is this right here. This is where the Ukrainian counteroffensive was mainly located, trying to reach Melitopol or Berdyansk, so cut the Russians in two. And that's it. This is it right here, right? Yes, sir. Here are the main points from the summary posted on Facebook. 89 combat engagements took place over the last day. Russia launched 4 missiles and 72 airstrikes, fired 92 times from multiple launch rocket systems at Ukrainian positions and localities. There are dead and wounded. Okay, on December 16, Russian military attacked Ukraine using 34 Shahed UAVs. All suicide drones were destroyed by air defense forces and means. 100%. Okay, do you believe that? On the morning of December 17th, today, Russia conducted another airstrike using 7 Shahed UAVs. Ukraine's air defenses destroyed all. The Russians also launched 20 this morning, overnight actually, 20 Shahed or kamikaze drones and 2 missiles, an Iskander M and a KH-59. made a video before this one focusing on that particular event, and the Ukrainians also returned a favor, launching about 33 UAVs overnight and attacking a Russian military airfield. So that is in this article. Right here, Ukrainska Pravda, UAVs attack military airfield in Russia's Rostov Oblast. I made a video about this little thing earlier today, and here is the airfield that was attacked, just so you know if you didn't watch that one. So here is the airfield located at east, obviously, of hostilities. That's Crimean Peninsula, so east of this. So you got this, and the town is right here. This is where the airfield is located. It shows you the airfield right there. All right, so let's go back to the article with a great update. In the Kupiansk sector, that is the one, they're going to start talking about this, the north right here, Kupiansk, and then they're going to go to Bakhmut, Avdiivka, Marinka, Zaporozhye, Kherson, and see what else. Ukrainian troops repelled 14 Russian attacks. In the Liman, so south a little bit, sector, the Ukrainian armed forces repelled 6 Russian attacks. In the Bakhmut sector, Ukrainian defenders repelled 12 Russian attacks. In Avdiivka sector, the Ukrainian defense forces continue to hold back the Russian invasion forces who keep trying to encircle Avdiivka. So that's the one with this situation here. This is the one they're talking right now, the Avdiivka front right here in the middle in Donetsk Oblast. And it says that defenders successfully repelled 17 Russian attacks, as well as 13 attacks near Nevelske and Pervomaiske in Donetsk Oblast. In Marinka sector, that's those two little streets left. In the Marinka sector, Ukrainian troops continue to hold back Russian forces in the area of Marinka, Pobeda, and Novomikhailivka in Donetsk Oblast, where they successfully repelled 12 Russian attacks. In the Shaktarsk sector, Shaktarsk is in this area between Marinka and Zaporozhye here, this little thing here in this area, where Vuhledar is, or Ukhledar, depends who you're reading, the Russians or the Ukrainians. In the Shaktarsk sector, Russian troops did not conduct any offensive assaults. They took a weekend off. In the Zaporozhye sector, that is where the counteroffensive is dead and gone, right here. The Ukrainian counteroffensive, this area right here. The armed forces of Ukraine repelled 12 Russian attacks. And in Melitopol sector, where they tried to break the front in two, divide the Russians, in Melitopol sector, Ukrainian troops continue to inflict losses in manpower and equipment on Russian forces. So they won't let it go, saying, actually, that's a stalemate, but whatever. In the Kherson sector, which is southwest of Zaporozhye, which is right here. So this is Zaporozhye Oblast, and here is Kherson. And here you have the Dnieper River, and then you have the Crimean Peninsula. The Ukrainians claim they crossed the river here, the Dnieper. They have something here in Kipi Kupu town of Krinky, right here. But let's see what they say in this article. In the Kherson sector, Ukrainian defenders are holding their position on the left bank of the Dnieper River. Okay, good job, you mentioned that. So that is, as I said, in Krinky right here. This is what I'm talking about. Let's see what the Russians said. This is 15. Ignore that. Let's go to the other one, which is updated right here. See if they're going to mention Krinky. Krinky Perinky. No, they're not going to mention any Krinky. Krinky is in this area. And they don't mention any Krinsky right here. You see, this is where they said they landed. They crossed over Krinky, but they didn't. Where is it? Right here. But they didn't. They don't show anything on this map. This is more updated. This is better than the other one. I gotta tell you this one. So let's go back to the article. Over the last day, the aviation of the defense forces struck 21 Russian clusters of personnel, weapons, and military equipment. Earlier, seven Ukrainian Marines and soldiers who took part in the crossing of the Dnieper River told the New York Times about the fierce and deadly battles for the bridgehead on Kherson left bank. What do you mean? So they're back now? Doesn't make sense. I mean, see the several Ukrainian Marines and soldiers who took part in the crossing of the Dnieper River. So they took part on the crossing right here. So they're not there anymore? Why, they just crossed and came back? That's what I think exactly happened, if you ask me. And if you don't ask me, I will tell you nevertheless. So these guys say that they were interviewed by New York Times. Where exactly? In their offices in New York, or what? Ukraine is gathering resources for a new counteroffensive next year. This is, creating images and hope. The bridgehead on Kherson's left bank could become one of the points of offensive operations. What are you talking about? Didn't you say that those guys are already back? Where do you think the New York Times guys interview them? Over there on the front, across the Dnieper River? What do you mean you took part but then you went back? What is this? I think it was just a round trip. That's what I think. Left the right bank, went the left bank. From the west to the east. Hey, this is a little update, a general update on the front. And they have what? They said six fronts. And we have, six Russian axes. So you got what? Liman, you got Kupiansk, Liman, Bakhmut or Artemovsk, Avdiivka, Marinka, and you got Zaporozhye. These were the ones, right? Yes. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.